I don't think he should be here because he lied. And I respect that.
Right.
If he lied on his paperwork, that's fine. In my opinion, I think Australia should have been a little bit more clear as well. I think there's blame on both sides.
Right.
But like I told my friend, I said, hey, the vaccine doesn't guarantee anything. And he goes, yeah, most of us here in Australia are vaccinated. And we're still all getting sick.
Right.
So he was saying, like, I agree. The vaccine is not the silver bullet. He was kind of more upset about the fact that he lied about the paperwork, which is I get that.
It's like a official document, you know. It's kind of like
I respect that. Don't lie about it. Cool, absolutely. I mean, you know, you're asking a politician. A politician is asking you, hey, don't lie.
Right.
That's interesting. You know, it's like a donkey saying, hey, you got big ears.
Right.
No way. So do you.
Right.
Really. Thank you very much, politician, because that's their job is to lie.
But still, yeah.
I agree. I'm not condoning the lie. All I'm saying is if this whole thing is about health, because that's what they tell us, that's ridiculous. Because if that was the case, why are we not stopping smokers? Like, why are we doing something about smokers? Why? Because the smoker has the right to choose, and he wants to put tar in his lungs. That's his problem.
Well, and because cigarettes create a massive profit for
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking at it from that point, and I'm going to add to that because you just brought up a fantastic point. So yeah, so the person who smokes not only infects their own lungs, but infects everybody around them.
Right.
Because of secondhand smoke. So if that's a risk to public health, I would say that person is. And which is why now we say, okay, everybody go smoke outside. So we still give them a choice. We didn't say, no, if you smoke, you're going to hell. Which is nowadays, if you don't get a vaccine, you're going to hell. But it's funny because like what you said, if you stop people from smoking, you can't sell them a drug like Chantix. You probably don't remember Chantix, but Chantix was a pill that was supposed to take away... Huh?
You're old.
Oh, it wasn't that old. It's probably we're talking about 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
But Chantix was a pill that you would take, and it was supposed to take away your cravings. And they had their beautiful, commercial. Oh, Chantix and blah 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 blah. They come up with these really a kid running at the dad picking him up and holding him, which makes no sense, but okay. And the kid and the dad is free from smoking, whatever.
Right.
Well, they found out that a lot of people were having massive issues with Chantix.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, we need to pull it from the market because that's not good for people. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think? Maybe not smoking would be better. So even during this pandemic, it's like, listen, get vaccinated. We don't care. That's not my point. You want to go get vaccinated? Get vaccinated. You know what? Get every single booster they come out with until eternity. If they want to do a booster every 2 months, go right ahead. But please stop thinking that you're being healthy by shooting something in your body that you really don't have an idea or control of what's actually coming in. Take care of your health.
Right.
You smoke, stop smoking. You eat horrible stuff, stop eating it. Go get some exercise. Take care of yourself when something really does come. You're not worried about cancer. You're not worried about, other issues that can probably be more life-altering. Because, hey, you had COVID.
Yeah.
You weren't vaccinated. I had COVID. I wasn't vaccinated. My whole family had COVID. We weren't vaccinated. And yeah, I did get it. I was probably the one who got it the worst, but still fared. My mother of 67 years old who takes care of herself gosh, my mom is like a machine when it comes to I'm going to eat better, I'm going to work out. It hit her really hard because she's 67, in my opinion. But she still was able to get out. And she even said...
She was never hospitalized.
Oh, no, she did. She actually did.
She was?
Yeah, she did go to the hospital. But the doctor looked at her and said, man, there's people downstairs that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s that are on ventilators right now. He goes, whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it.
Right.
Because you're holding up. Your body's fighting back. And it's yeah. It's all the time that you say, yeah, I'm not going to eat that. Yeah, I'm going to go outside and walk instead. Yeah, I'm going to go get some sunlight. I'm going to, and it's not the silver bullet. But it's funny because people are like, well, Rick, it doesn't guarantee anything. Yeah, well, neither does the vaccine.
Yeah.
My uncle got it, and in 6 days he died. Okay? In 6 days he died from internal bleeding. You can blame it on whatever you want. People are going to be like, well, he had an underlying condition. No, really. No way. I've heard that this whole time. Nobody arguments that on the other side. Argument on both sides. Let's be fair. And let's find a place where we can actually have a discourse and say, okay, I agree on this. You agree on that. Let's find a place where we can actually have freedom to choose and agree to disagree.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry.
Freedom is supposed to be a beautiful thing. Well, freedom is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But it's sadly being taken away from us slowly.
And it's being done at a fast pace because of the reach that we have with social media.
True. Very true.
In my opinion, it's like if anybody says anything, they're in our heads right away because people eat it up, and they eat it up, and it's funny because you listen. We went to South America in June, and I remember, like, I asked 3 different people when I was there. I said, "Hey, what are your guys' rules when it comes to masks and stuff?" And the way they said it, it wasn't just like, "Hey, you need to wear a mask in downtown." It was like, "Well, because of the article, blah blah blah, this department says that you need to wear this, you need to wear a mask from a blah blah blah." Like one guy said it like that. The next guy came and said, "Because of the article, blah blah." Like he repeated it, and I was like, "Well, these guys don't even know each other." I got 3 different opinions. All 3 people said the same thing. Mm-hmm. Why? Because they're listening to the same news.
Right.
Funny. I went to downtown, and being the person that I am, I went to downtown. It was really quiet. It was at night. I took my mask, put it in my pocket, and they said that if any police officer sees you without a mask, they're going to either put you in jail or they're going to fine you. So I purposely went into a police officer and I said, "Hey, officer, I got a question." And I asked him, "Hey, where's this?" in Spanish. And he was like, "Oh, just go here, go blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Thank you very much. You have a blessed night." He's like, "Oh, you too." So I was like, okay. So I made it a point to see every officer without a mask and smile at them and wave and be like, "Oh, good evening, good evening." And it's like, I'm not saying, okay, I'm breaking the rules. Fantastic. My point is that they create this massive amount of fear and this massive amount of like, oh, everybody needs to do this. And people stop thinking.
Right. You just become terrified.
Correct.
And then you just close yourself in your own, like, in your own world where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't get out of this because if I do, I'm going to die. And I can't even look because if I look, I'm going to die too.
And the strongest motivators are love and fear.
Right.
Human emotion. Our strongest motivators are love. You will die for somebody and you'll defend yourself. Like your adrenaline will jump crazy when like when you're in fear, you're scared.
Right.
You will react, like we do now during this time. And it's just, to me, to hear that Novak can become a beacon of hope is crazy. Because that's what we need right now.
Oh, okay.
We need hope.
Right, we do.
People need to be like, oh, okay, we can get out of this. We can move forward.
Right.
But no, it's like, no, you will not move forward. Whenever we say jump, you're going to jump. And whenever we say sit, you're going to sit.
Yes, dude. Because if you think about it, this pandemic began 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yep. And we're still talking about it.
Yes. And we're still talking about it. And it doesn't look like we're anywhere, close to this being over.
Nope.
Oh.
And it's funny because we talk about, okay, another athlete that I think has such a big name, and that was going to be Cristiano Ronaldo. I think, I'm not sure, but I think he's another unvaccinated. And I'm not sure. I'd like to look that up. And if somebody wants to tell us on Instagram.
I would think he is. I don't know. But something that we can confirm, that dude is healthy.
Dude, that dude is a machine.
He is a machine.
That dude is a machine. And it's funny because
oh my God. No, I was kidding.
Oh my gosh. All right, girls. He's getting desperate. He's looking at guys now.
No, bro. Ronaldo is just an exception.
Okay. I'm not going to comment on that. So you have Novak. I wasn't a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kyrgios, who's kind of defending Novak Djokovic, who kind of don't get along right now at this point, I wasn't a fan of. Yeah. Interestingly enough, I really like what Novak was doing as far as like, no, I'm healthy. I don't need this. Kyrgios is like, look, I'm vaccinated. That's my problem. He's not vaccinated. That's his problem. The dude is super healthy. Why are we even talking about this?
Right.
And Ronaldo, I wasn't a fan of at all. I was more of a Messi fan. Mm-hmm. But as time passes, I see, man, this guy, he is a machine. He is good with his fans. He's a good dude. He's very philanthropic. He helps a lot of people. It's like, wow, these are examples of at least in athletes, in athletes, when it comes to athletes, they're a good example. So I'm curious if from here to the World Cup, if whatever happens, are they going to be like, hey, Ronaldo, did you get vaccinated? And if he's not, are they going to make this an issue too? Are we going to have to make another episode about why Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't play?
Right.
I don't know.
Dude, that would be sad to have Ronaldo not play the World Cup.
Bro, that would be sad, nuts, everything. It's just,
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Because, so there's, let's lighten it up a little bit. There's this thing that Ronaldo, like he has like physique to play for some time, you know. So if he plays until the World Cup in 2026, which is going to be here in the U.S. and Mexico and Canada, his son will have the age to play a World Cup.
Wait, you think his son's gonna play?
I mean, he's training soccer.
How old's his son?
Right now, I don't know. I think he is like 12, 13 right now. So in 4 years, he's going to be 17. You know? So what some people were saying is that in 2026, he would be able to play the World Cup. So maybe Ronaldo could play with his son on his last World Cup.
Dude, and I think that would be motivating enough for Ronaldo to keep pushing, keep himself healthy.
Wouldn't that be awesome, dude?
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. Even if it's like he's like, let's say he's like on his last game on the World Cup and then his son comes in and subs for him. Mm-hmm. Dude, that'd be awesome. Like, that would be awesome. And I mean, I hope this happens.
Wow, that would be crazy. I don't know. Like I said, I would like to see it. It would be an interesting fact. I mean, interesting sight. But yeah, no. I mean, let's hope this saga stops when it comes to these anti-vax stories of people that just want to make a free choice and are clearly very, very, very healthy. Right. And you know what? If you don't want to let them in somewhere, just make it clear. Just say, hey, don't come. I don't care how much money you're going to bring in. Just don't come. Which always brings me back to the point of maybe this story was put out there on purpose to be able to entertain us and have something else come around. So anyways, I think that's all we have for today. I appreciate you guys for listening. We appreciate our international listeners from Brazil, from Colombia, from Ecuador. We appreciate you guys for listening. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, what do we have? Instagram, Facebook? I always go through this. YouTube. Our YouTube channel, actually, it's kind of quiet, and most of the people listen on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. That's probably where we get listened to the most. But, go out there and share it and tell your friends about us.
And if you have anything at all that you would like to say to us, or if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us at trp@thisrandompodcast.com.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate you for listening. And don't forget to live your lives one random day at a time.